My dad he was amazing. He was just a good man. He was a good-hearted man. He always, I can't do this. 1 second. His name is John Joseph Almendarez. He adored us. Our last contact was Father's Day 2002, which was right before he went missing. I just thought when you file a missing persons report, they're actively searching for the person that's missing. I didn't know they don't search. Of course, we would always search. I was watching a movie about a girl who was searching for her sister. At the end of that movie, it said that if you know anybody who's missing, go to this website. And that was the first time I ever had seen anything about NamUs.
NamUs is the National Missing and Unidentified Persons System. It existed since 2007, and it was a Department of Justice program. There was a need. The program is operated here in Fort Worth, the University of North Texas Health Science Center. It's paid for with, government funding, taxpayer dollars.
It's not uncommon for us to receive cases from family members, from law enforcement agencies, from medical examiners, coroners, even the general public, concerned citizens.
And we'll release this as the thumbnail.
The public have been really helpful to look at the NamUs system to pass along the information. They're able to share it with other people, and that's the most important thing, getting the word out. They're going to be able to see maybe a height, weight for a person when they were last known to be seen, a little bit of a description that kind of explains what happened.
What can't the public see?
Dentals, DNA, fingerprints, all of that information is restricted only to professional view, and that's because that is law enforcement sensitive information.
How do you make sure those cases are accurate?
We vet all of our cases with law enforcement before we publish those cases, so it goes through a process.
There are more than 15,000 active missing persons profiles in NamUs' public database. We know that about 8% of the cases are in Texas, and that includes Jamie Mayberry's case.
So if we look at Jamie's case, we can see that he was last seen leaving his home with an unknown male on April 1st of 1999, and he just hasn't been seen or heard from since. It's helpful to know that Jamie did have pierced ears and that he did wear a black wig. We have this information available if, for some reason, foul play has occurred.
Jamie Mayberry's profile was compared to 17 unidentified bodies in the NamUs database to see if there was a match. Unfortunately, there wasn't.
I will say that unidentified decedent cases have some really unique challenges. Depending upon the condition of the remains, it's often really difficult to determine race, ethnicity, hair color, eye color. How can we compare what we have in the database against the missing persons?
After talking to NamUs, we know to date there have been more than 1,000 cases that have been resolved because people have been able to make matches.
We've had family members of missing persons come into the NamUs database, search through the unidentified decedents, and essentially solve their own cases. They found matches to their missing person.
This is Buffalo Bayou in Houston, Texas. This is where my dad's body was found.
What happened to him?
The autopsy report from my dad says that it was an accidental drowning. From the time my dad went missing to the time he was identified, it took 12 years. The city had his missing persons report, the county had his body, and nobody connected the dots between that. I mean, I don't understand how that can happen. Hey, Daddy. Before you would come here, it would say unidentified Hispanic male. So this is the first time that I've been able to come out here where it actually has his name on his grave. Without NamUs, we would have never identified my dad. There should be no reason why, you wouldn't use a free tool to try and connect these unidentified bodies.
It's not a requirement to enter missing persons into NamUs in the state of Texas.
This should be mandatory in every state.